Hi, I'm Laura Coyle and I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. I'm an illustrator and I also teach Adobe Illustrator. And in my 30-year career, I've been fortunate to work with editorial and advertising clients. I've done a lot of greeting cards and worked in art licensing and pattern design. And I've done all of this in Adobe Illustrator. These days, I'm mostly teaching here on YouTube and in my Illustrator learning community. And today I want to show you the Astute Graphics plugins. Now, these are plugins that you can install into Illustrator and they do some pretty amazing things. I've been using these for about 10 years. So I'm going to show you in the context of a pattern design workflow how the plugins can help you. And the first thing that we're going to do is look at the artwork for the project. Then I'll show you how to install the plugins. And then in the next video, we'll start working. So let me switch over so you can see my screen. So this is the project we'll be working on, and you can get the lesson files at the link in the description. And here we will be sketching and drawing this motif. We'll then put it into a block repeat. We'll look at spacing on these two coordinating repeats here, and we'll work on a tossed repeat along with some color and texture. So this will be a good Illustrator workflow with some Illustrator tips in there for you, but also along the way, I'm going to be highlighting where the plugins can really help save you time in a pattern design workflow. So here I have a list of the 8 plugins that we'll be using. So we're going to install those next. But first, what you need to do is go to astutegraphics.com where they have a free trial for 7 days that you can sign up for. And once you do that, you'll be prompted to install the Astute Manager, which is going to help us to get all of these plugins. So once you've done that, we'll go ahead and quit Illustrator because we can't install the plugins when Illustrator is running. So let me do that. So now I've quit Illustrator, and here in the Astute Manager, I'll show you how to download the plugins. So go over to the left-hand navigation and click on Illustrator Plugins and then Plugins. And then on this page, we have the whole list of plugins. First, make sure you've set the correct version of Illustrator that you're using. I'm using version 2026, and there's a couple of others here. And then here, what we can do is either go and install each one of these individually, or if you want to dive in with both feet, you can click on this menu here and install all plugins. If you want to install these individually and kind of take your time learning them, then you can just click on the individual install buttons and that will install it into Illustrator for you. So here is the list. I'm going to put that up on the screen for you. We're going to install Mirror Me up at the top here. That's one of the free plugins. We have Kaleidoscribe, Dynamic Sketch, Ink Flow, and others. So go ahead and get the ones that you want. And then before we start up Illustrator again, I want to show us over here to Astute Library on the left-hand navigation. So click on that. And we've got one more thing to get. So here we can get texture packs, brush sets, and in fact, we're going to work on getting these texture packs later in the tutorial. But let's go down here to Workspaces. So click on this, and then here we have some special Laura Coyle workspaces. I'm just going to try and scroll down there. There we go. And right here, just click on this big orange button, and that's going to download and install them. So you don't have to grab a file out of your downloads folder or anything like that. This is now installed into Illustrator. So when we start up Illustrator again, we're going to find those workspaces. So let's do that. Jumping back to Illustrator, and you can just go up to the upper right corner of your screen to the Workspace switcher menu. And then right here, we have Laura Coyle Essentials Plus. So that's the workspace that we'll be using in this tutorial. And once you have that set up here, just click on this. You may have to click on Reset. But once you've got it set up here, your workspace should look pretty much like mine does here. And this is going to be helpful because it will give us some of the panels that we're going to be using here, like Mirror Me, Art Switcher, Brand Amino, and Space Fill just right here in the docked on the side. Other tools will be things that you can get in the tool panel here. So if we go over to where the shaper tool stack is, we can get the dynamic sketch tool and the ink flow tool. Now, one note here, you want to make sure that you have that you're using the advanced toolbar. It should come along with the Workspace. But just in case, go to the window menu and toolbars. Make sure you're using the advanced toolbars. That's the way you'll see all the Astute Graphics tools as well. And then finally, as we work, I may guide you to a couple of things that we don't have right here in the Workspace. And to do that, you just go to the window menu here to Astute Graphics, and then we have the whole list of plugins. So that should get us set up here and ready to go. And then in the next video, we're going to start working.